The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 505 of Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is a Charlie Brown Christmas. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So here we have our Charlie Brown Christmas in that pretty much standard glossy finished tuck box. On the front here it says a Charlie Brown Christmas, playing cards, and in French there, so English and French. There, so, and then you got that, you can see Charlie Brown there on the front with the tree and some snow. On one side it says playing cards in English and French and Charlie Brown Christmas. And the same thing on the other side there. And you got some like stars in the back. On the bottom you got the barcode and a little bit of information here. There. So nothing like too crazy. Then on the back here you got a sneak peek of two of the cards and that back design, which is the image on the front of the tuck box. And then it says, "It wouldn't be a Christmas without Charlie Brown. Grab an eggnog and deal out a hand with this officially licensed deck of playing cards featuring 52 scenes from the beloved holiday TV special." And then also they're in French. And then a Charlie Brown Christmas 2018 Peanuts Worldwide. There was no seal for the cards. On the top it just says a Charlie Brown Christmas with that star pattern there. Open the cards here. It's more of a rectangle seal or a flap there, tuck flap, with some more stars and then stars on the inner tuck flaps. Now we take the cards out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box is that matte white finish. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside that there. Now that we took a look at that tuck box, time to look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back design. So here we have a one-way borderless back design there. And it says a Charlie Brown Christmas. Then you got Charlie Brown there, which is a little tree. And you can kind of see Snoopy's doghouse there in the back. And you got the snow. And it says 2018 Peanuts Worldwide. And if you flip it over, the design would be upside down. So it's definitely a one-way back design. And for the cards here, we start with the first card here, the Joker. It says Joker Joker there with the red font. And it says a Charlie Brown Christmas in the other corners. And then you got Linus and Charlie there, looking at all the different Christmas trees. And then you got a second Joker here, which is Joker Joker in the black colorway. That says a Charlie Brown and the Charlie Brown Christmas there in each corner. And then you got all the different characters there around the little tree. And it looks like all the cards are going to say a Charlie Brown Christmas in the corner, so I won't really say that or mention it. But then you got and then you got the custom Ace of Spades. I'll talk about this one though. And it has that scene there where they're all singing around the tree there. And then you got the stars and the little blue stars in the background. And then all the rest of the cards have that same kind of like little squiggle like border going around. And then a different scene in each of the cards. Okay, so it started with the Ace of Spades and then it goes to the King. Interesting. So it starts with the Ace. But then you get all the different scenes from the TV special there. I'll go a little bit slower, but not too slow, because there's a lot of cards to go through. And a nice classic Peanut scenes there, with all the different characters. It's almost like the entire show, just in a deck of cards, which is kind of cool. There. Oh, and the red cards have a red border instead of the black border. Pretty nice. Got lots of cards with Charlie Brown on it. Well, obviously it is a Charlie Brown themed deck, so it makes sense that he's in it a lot. Well, most of the cards have Charlie Brown in it, like the pictures. Not all of them, though. They don't all have Charlie Brown in it. But that has been all the little picture cards there. And then for the handling, they're just more show like that kind of souvenir kind of deck that you just pick up at a souvenir shop or gift shop or something. So they won't probably handle the best because they feel slightly more papery there. But we'll always test out the handling. There, we'll start with the springs. Oh, they spring decent. Definitely like a little bit clumpy for a spring, but not like terrible. But I've definitely had better springs. And then for the fanability, yeah, they don't fan at all. They kind of like stick together. So like they slightly fan, but like not really, because they definitely stick together. But with that like a one-way back design, you got kind of a little bit of like a pattern there. So if you like do like an upside down one, you get a slightly different pattern. So there is different patterns for the different like fan abilities. So it doesn't really fan this way when I fan it, but when I fan it this way, it slightly fans a little bit better, but still not good. And then for the rest of the shuffling, it's still not going to probably handle the best. Like it fails a little bit there. And then you're not going to really get a giant fan too much. Just because the cards are like that more papery kind of feel to it, so they stick together. But for the packability, they will pack it pretty nicely though, still. But they're still like a standard poker-sized deck of cards, so they'll still handle like for packet cuts nicely. And it is a one-way backside, so when you go to riffle it, the design will get all mixed up. But they riffle pretty nicely. They're a little bit on the thinner side, so there's definitely a thinner kind of riffle, but they still riffle pretty nicely. They'll still dribble pretty nicely as well. So overall, it is definitely a custom deck of cards with all the 52 different designs on each of the cards there. Or 54, I guess. Like little scenes from the movie. There. And then for the handling, they handle like half. It's like a half good handling deck. But they don't really handle that good at all. Just because of that papery kind of feel. There. Like they still like pack a cut and like do a few things. Okay, but like overall, it just doesn't handle well. So you're not going to use these for handling. You're just going to use these like to collect. If you're into Charlie Brown, then you can collect these for like, Charlie Brown. Or if you just see them in like a souvenir shop or something. But like, yeah, like I said, you're not going to like really shuffle these. You're just going to use these for like, card games every once in a while. And you're not really going to take these out until like Christmas anyways. So, yeah. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Well, they spread pretty nice on the table. But anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 505 of a Daily Deck Review, and this has been a Charlie Brown Christmas playing cards, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.